So now in this video, we're going to take a quick look at this switch. I think it's a little bit confusing when you get used to it, but it's not complicated. There it goes, just a toggle switch right there. And there's a gold spade right there. I have female spades I could make jumpers for, but we're just going to do a simple demonstration here. And so this is the negative side of the power supply right there, and then the positive side of the power supply. That's what the directions say. From the seller that I got it to put them there. The switch is between those two pins right there, and so we'll come to that later. Now, there you can see when it's on, the LED lights up. So that's one of the things it does. It powers the LED right there. Now, we're going to take a load. So the load is 5 volts, and that's all we can power with. These switches are intended for 12 volts, although I'm sure 5 volts is fine, and 15 might be pushing a little bit, but a lot of 12 volt systems get up to 15 volts. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that'll be fine. We'll go back down, and there you see LED looked like it was a fair amount brighter at the higher voltage, but otherwise looks like it'll work just fine at lower voltages. So we're gonna grab the breadboard. This is a bright LED right there, 5 volts, so it has a resistor on there. You set the voltage across it, it does the rest. It wants 5 volts right there, and maybe you can dim it at lower voltages, but in any case, it's meant for 5 volts. I'm going to take this alligator clip and put it to where the negative side of it is. I had to solder the wires onto this unit, but otherwise the unit came made other than that. So it's a heat sink with an LED and a resistor, and this didn't really want to go in. I haven't used this board a whole lot right there, and so you don't want to just jam wires in, especially when it's new. That might bend the metal and make the hole unusable after that. Be careful. Use pressure, but make sure it slides in. You're not forcing it in. So, the negative side of our load here goes to the negative side of the power supply. That's not the switch part at all. It's just coming to the same power supply that's lighting the LED when we switch it. The switch part is between those two terminals right there. So we got the positive power in the middle, and we're going to put the red alligator clip up there. And it's mostly the rubber that's kind of keeping us from short-circuiting down there. So again, this is just demonstration circuit. Spades would be better. If we did a short circuit, the power supply would turn off. Don't do this with a battery right there. But in any case, LED is off, and the bright LED is off until I turn it on right there. So now we connected the top there with the bottom. So this is the way the instructions say to do it from the seller I got. Positive supply in the middle, negative supply at the bottom. Negative supply is also ground. So that's the negative side of the load. Goes to the same point. We're keeping the power supply separate from the load up there. Although I'm pretty sure this will work the same if we swap these two. But you want to keep all your circuits uniform, and so, you know, I would go with power in the middle and load on top. But there you can see, it's working the same. So looks like all it's doing is either switching between the top two or not, and also when it's in the on position, both of these terminals are having LED headed to ground right there. But otherwise they're, you know, touching each other directly when this is lit up. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it. But again, the seller says to put the power in the middle. And these are all alligator clips, so can't really tell what they are anyways. Unless you look at that short wire. So, in any case, that's about it. Again, not a complex component, but maybe confusing if you haven't seen it in use at all before. The kit that I have, they have already pre-wired, and so I think the middle one is the power, but whichever one goes to the load has a wire that goes to a fuse, and then you know, you can put in the fuse for whatever current that's going to need, and then you put the load between that fuse and ground right there, which is a direct connection to the negative supply right there. Remember that. The ground for everything is a direct connection to this pin and the negative side of the power supply, the way that most people wire it up. And then the switch is just, other than the LED, is just either connecting these two together, so positive coming in, positive going out, or it's disconnecting them. Positive comes in and comes to a dead end because the switch is open. And then up there is the load that's not getting power. So hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I posted on the screen and check out links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.